Good day, beloved. I hope everybody is doing great out there. Wholeness, balance, vibration. Ashe. We give thanks and gratefulness to the Most High, to the great universal primordial cosmic mama, mommy. When this used to be Tia moments, before them Anunnaki came, but they didn't fuck shit up. They just helped populate some different type of species, and then them damn big-eyed niggas came and fucked shit up. If you know who them big-eyed niggas is, you know what them big-eyed nigglets is. Them nigglets. You don't call them nigglets. That's my word, niglet. You niglet. Auntie niglet. Okay. We was on pig and pepper. Pig and pepper. As we learn stuff, we just, just throw it out there. As things are unveiled, I say. Not learn, because I already know. We all know. We just don't remember. But a lot of us have already woken up more aware that we was under hypnosis and put into a deep coma with the indoctrination of the bullshit. And each moment from each cycle of the 7 cycles of the sun and the moon going round and round or back and forth or however the fuck, something new emerges. But we're going to speak on this today. Once again, I forgot my incense. Because I was doing 2 or 3 different things. We on Twitch. What up, Twitch? We on Twitch. Also, so we got a different angle. We got a different angle on Twitch. Oh, let me light my incense. I need some smell good. Y'all, I just came upon Miss Willa Smith. That damn song. I recorded some of when I was at work yesterday, I ain't posted. What is it? I sung that stuff to sleep. Nah, it slipped my mind. That feelings, I am feelings. Feelings. I say I'm fine, but I'm not fine. I hope she don't mind, but I'm gonna do my own version of it, how it hit me, how I feel, but it was inspiration because now I got some great ideas of what I'm gonna do with my poetry. Because like I said, I'm becoming self-sufficient. Self-sufficient is when you rely on yourself to take care of your responsibilities instead of others compensating you with pennies for your time and your energy. And they biggest thing to them, what means more to them than anything, is their bottom line, not you. You just energy, a battery. If you dig, you dig. If you dig, you dig. Let me turn the fan on, because you know how I get hot when I start reading. So let's get the ultraviolet light in here. That ultraviolet. Come on, put that ultra in. We ain't put that ultra in. today. Let's show what we got on today. Today we got on different. We got the black shirt on. We got on the black ultraviolet. And it say, question everything. You did? Question everything. Everything. Let me see my leggings. I like my leggings. They comfortable. I wear them in the house on it. We don't be outside showing all off everything. We got it, but we ain't got to show it. Because some people feel some type of way because they don't. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. I don't eat shit. I fast. The superpower is fasting. Fasting is a superpower. You did? When you go a few hours, half a day, without putting shit in your mouth and just drink some water, the target for the A word turn on. That internal doctor, that internal healer rather, because doctor means teacher, that internal healer turns on and start cleaning up that bullshit that might be inside your guts, your sacred engine. This ain't as important as that is, because you got to start down there at 7 up. You got to start at the root and work your way up. Because if you don't start down there and just jump to here, I need to open my... No, you don't. Everything happens naturally on your divine timeline. Just get yourself in the correct place, in the correct position. You did. Well, every time I'm on here start talking, you start talking, so you start itching and shit. What is that? I'm going to have to look that up. Because I just noticed that. I'm all here. Yeah, I need some. Let's get a little gloss on the lips. What's this? My vanilla mint. A little gloss on the lips. I'm sorry, I gotta remember to look over here too. I got one person. Hey, whoever you out there viewing, appreciate you. We about to read Alice, as he called it. Alice Adventures Underground. They renamed Alice in Wonderland. And we on chapter 6, Pig and Pepper. But you know, we gotta talk our shit before we start. How you doing? I got one view because I can't go live on YouTube yet, but I almost there. You know, we decided we don't need glasses to read. Somebody at work, where your glasses? I was looking at my phone. I said, I'm sorry, I can see. I don't wear my glasses when I'm in the house. I need them to see far because it's blurry, so I can see who's approaching my ass. That's how. Get in. All right. Let's jump right in. For a minute or two, she stood looking at the house and wondering what to do next when suddenly a footman in livery came running out of the wood. She considered him to be a footman because he was in livery. Otherwise, judging by his face only, she would have called him a fish and raked loudly at the door with his knuckles. It was opened by another footman in livery, with a round face and large eyes like a frog. And both footmen, Alice noticed, had powdered hair that curled all over their heads. Powdered hair. Sound like them wigs some men was wearing back in the days when they was pretending to be women, with heels on and blouses and shit. Did you ever pay attention to that? It's real, especially in Pirates of the Caribbean. They all looking like they got on women shit and heels and shit, but the women got on fucking boots. Anywho, she felt very curious to know what it was all about and crept a little way out of the woods to listen. The fish footman began by producing from under his arm a great letter nearly as large as himself, and this he handed over to the other, saying in a solemn tone, "For the Duchess." Yeah, for the Duchess. An invitation from the Queen to play croquet. The frog footman repeated in the same solemn tone, only changing the order of the words a little, from the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet. Then they both bowed low, and their curls got entangled together. Alice laughed so much at this that she had to run back into the wood for fear of them hearing her. And when she next peeped out, the fish-footed footman was gone, and the other was sitting on the ground near the door, snarling stupidly up into the sky. And there's the fit fishman. Alice went timidly up the door and knocked. There's no sort of use in knocking, said the footman, and that of two reasons. First, because I'm on the same side of the door as you are. Secondly, because they're making such a noise inside, no one could possibly hear you. And certainly there was a most extraordinary noise going on within, a constant howling and sneezing, and every now and then a great crash, as if a dish or a kettle had been broken to pieces. Please then, said Alice, how am I to get in? There might be some sense in your knocking, the footman went on without attending to her, if we had the door between us. If we had the door between us, for instance, if you were inside, you might knock, and I could let you out, you know. He was looking up into the sky all the time while he was speaking, not paying her ass no attention. And this, as Alice thought, decisively uncivil. She's like, look at this motherfucker. He hear me talking to him. He gonna look up like I ain't standing here. Hell, he think he is. But perhaps he can't help it, she said to herself. His eyes are so very nearly at the top of his head. But at any rate, he might answer questions. How am I to get in? She repeated out loud. I shall sit here, the footman remarked, till tomorrow. To with a hyphen, then morrow. Because today is morrow. And then it's tomorrow. At this moment, the door of the house opened and a large plate came skimming out straight at the footman's head. It just grazed his nose and broke into pieces against one of the trees behind him. Oh, next day, maybe. The footman continued in the same tone, exactly as if nothing had happened. How am I to get in? Asked Alice again in a louder tone. Are you to get it at all? Said footman. That's the first question you know. Damn. I said damn because y'all see why I said damn. It was no doubt, only Alice did not like to be told so. It's really dreadful, she muttered to herself. The way all the creatures argue is enough to drive one crazy. The footman seemed to think this a good opportunity for repeating his remark with variations. I should sit here, he said on and off for days and days. But what am I to do? Said Alice. Anything you like, said the footman, and began whistling. Oh, there's no such use in talking to him, said Alice desperately. He's perfectly idiotic. As she opened the door and went in, the door led right into a large kitchen which was full of smoke from one end to the other. The Duchess was sitting on a three-legged stool in the middle, nursing a baby. The cook was leaning over the fire, stirring a large cauldron which seemed to be full of soup. There's certainly too much pepper in that soup, Alice said to herself as well as she could for sneezing. There was certainly too much of it in the air. Even the Duchess sneezed occasionally, and for the baby it was sneezing and howling alternately without a moment's pause. The only two creatures in the kitchen that did not sneeze were the cook and a large cat, which was lying on the hearth and grinning from ear to ear. He thought that shit was funny. Please, would you tell me, said Alice a little timidly, for she was not quite sure whether it was a good manners for her to speak first, why your cat grins like that? Can you imagine sitting around somebody like, It's Chester cat, said the Duchess, and that's White Pig. She said the last word with such sudden violence that Alice quite jumped. But she saw in another moment that it was addressed to the baby and not to her. So she took courage and went on again. I didn't know that Chester cats always grinned. In fact, I didn't know that cats could grin. Jaguar here. Jaguar. Yeah. They all can. Felines. Feline, said the Duchess, and most of them do. I don't know of any that do, Alice said very politely, feeling quite pleased to have got into a conversation. You don't know much, said the Duchess, and that's fact. Alice did not at all like the tone of this remark and thought it would be as well to introduce some other subjects of conversation. While she was trying to fix on one, the cook took the cauldron of soup off the fire and at once set to work throwing everything within her reach at the Duchess and the baby. The fire irons came first, then followed a shower of saucepans, plates, and dishes. Well, damn. Now you see why I said damn. You see that? You see that face? That's why I said damn. Like damn. Like right? Like damn. Is that a what? That Duchess? You mean not Dutch? The Duchess took no notice of them even when they hit her, and the baby was howling so much already that it was quite impossible to say whether the blows hurt or not. Oh, please mind your doing, cried Alice, jumping up and down in an agony of terror. Oh, there goes his precious nose, as the unusually large saucepan flew close by it and very nearly carried it off. If everybody mind their own business, the Duchess said in a hoarse growl, the world will go round and a deal faster than it does. Which would not be an advantage, said Alice, who felt very glad to get the opportunity of showing off a little of her knowledge. Just think of what work it will make with the day and nights. You see, the earth takes 24 hours to turn around on this axle. We're going to pause because we know that's not true. It's not an axle, it's just pole shift. Talking of axes, said the Duchess, chop off her head. Chop off this, chop it off. She's like, chop off her head. What the fuck she talking to? Alice glanced rather anxiously at the cook to see if she meant to take the hint, but the cook was busily stirring the soup and seemed not to be listening, so she went on again. 24 hours, I think, or is it 12? Oh, don't bother me, said the Duchess. I never could abide figures. And with that, she began nursing her child again, singing sort of a lullaby to it as she did so and giving it a violent shake at the end of every line. I'm shaking the baby like this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Won't you please stop fucking crying? Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. See, I told you it was some crazy shit. He only does it to annoy because he knows it's a teases. In which the cook and the baby join. Wow, wow, wow. While the Duchess sang the second verse of the song, she kept tossing the baby violently up and down, and the poor little thing howled so that Alice could hardly hear the words. I speak severely to my boy. I beat him when he sneezes, for he can thoroughly enjoy the pepper when he pleases. Choirs. Wow, wow, wow. Here, you may nurse it a bit. You may nurse it a bit if you like, the Duchess said to Alice, flipping the baby as she spoke. I must go and get ready to play croquet with the Queen. And she hurried out of the room. The cook threw a frying pan after her as she went out, but it just missed her. Like, damn. Alice caught the baby with some difficulty as it was a queer-shaped little creature. There that word again. They didn't use queer in here like 5, 6, 7 times. Queer. 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 And people out here calling themselves queer. So what did they mean by queer when they was using it back in the late 800s? Because we ain't saying no fucking 18, because we all know that they added 1,000 years to the timeline. So excuse me if I just say what I feel that it is, and that I'm not going about what they say it is, because we know they're a bunch of shit. They be lying. Them lions. Them be lying lions. So she heard that the women cooked with her men. So Alice caught the baby with such difficulty. It was queer-shaped little creature and held out its arms and legs in all directions, just like a starfish, thought Alice. Starfish. Now, I recently just showed y'all that we the pentagram, and we all stars. And we did come out the water, and the primordial mama had legs like snakes. Well, that serpent eel, that fish, that eel that's in the water, that ain't a fish. It's just a creature, just like catfish. If it's a fish, why you gotta say it in its name? Because it's a scavenger that look like a fucking cat that's at the bottom of the goddamn ocean sea that clean up shit. And then you eat that shit. Shit, you see? You see? You see? Okay. Just saying. If you eat, you probably eat some catfish as I'm saying this shit. Hey, that's your good, not mine. If you fast and clean it up, I guess it's all right. But if you don't, then you just got a lot of shit in you. Like parasites and shit. Well, some of the bugs we had all carry something good because they eat shit. But if you put too much shit, it's too much for their ass to eat, and they probably multiply and grow, then it's going to get out of hand because it ain't balanced. That's what we getting at. Everything ain't be balanced. But just like a starfish, thought Alice, the poor little thing was snorting like a steam engine when it caught it, and kept doubling itself up and straightening itself out again, so that altogether for the first minute or two, it was much as she can do to hold it. So I guess it was just gyrating all the fuck around and shit. As soon as she had made out the proper way of nursing it, which was to twist it up into a sort of knot and then keep it tight. Wait a minute, it is a fucking pig. Hold of its right ear and left foot so as to prevent its undoing itself, she carried it out into the open air. If I don't take this child away with me, thought Alice, they're sure to kill it in a day or two. Wouldn't it be murder to leave it behind? She said the last words out loud, and the little thing grunted in reply. It had left off sneezing by this time. Don't grunt, said Alice. That's not at all a proper way of expressing yourself. The baby grunted again, and Alice looked very anxiously into its face to see what was the matter with it. There could be no doubt that it had a very turned-up nose, much more like a snout than a real nose. Also, its eyes were getting extremely small for a baby. Altogether, Alice did not like the look of the thing at all. But perhaps it's only sobering, she thought, and looked into his eyes again to see if there were any tears. No, there were no tears. If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, said Alice seriously, I'll have nothing more to do with you. Mine now. The poor little thing sobbed again or grunted. It was impossible to say which. And they went on for some while in silence. Alice was just beginning to think to herself, now, what am I to do with this creature when I get it home? Excuse me. Popcorn. When it grunted again so violently that she looked down into his face in some alarm. This time there could be no mistake about it. It was neither nor less than a pig, and she felt that it would be quite absurd for her to be carrying it further. So she set the little creature down and felt quite relieved to see it trot away quietly into the woods. If it had grown up, she said to herself, it would have made a dreadfully ugly child. But it makes rather a handsome pig, I think. She said, began thinking over other children she knew who might do very well as pigs, and was just saying to herself, if one only knew the right way to change them. When she was a little startled by seeing the Chester cat sitting on the bough of a tree a few yards away. The cat only grinned when it saw Alice. Got some more art for you. It looked good-natured, she thought. Still, it had very long claws and a great many teeth. So she felt that it ought to be treated with respect. Chester Puss, she began rather timidly, and she did not at all know whether it would like the name. However, it only grinned a little wider. Come, it pleases so far, thought Alice, and she went on. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? That depends a good deal on where you want to get to, said the cat. We know this would be a smart-ass conversation. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it does not matter which way you go, said the cat. So long as I get somewhere, Alice added as an explanation. Oh, you're sure to do that, said the cat, if you only walk long enough. Excuse me, why? Alice felt that she could not be denied, so she tried another question. What sort of people live about here? In that direction, the cat said, waving his right paw around. Lives a hatter. In that direction, waving the other paw, lives a March hare. Visit either you like, they're both mad. And we know that mad means crazy. Are you mad? Yo, daughter. That's from the movie The Office. Yeah, when you're angry or upset, you're angry or upset. In distortion. But mad means crazy. They're both mad. I actually got to church the cat at my front door saying, we're all mad in here. But I don't want to go among mad people, Alice remarked. Oh, you can't help that, said the cat. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad. How do you know if I'm mad, said Alice. You must be, said the cat, or you wouldn't have come here. Alice didn't think that proved it at all. However, she went on, and how do you know that you're mad? To begin with, said the cat, a dog's not mad. You grant that. A dog's not mad. You grant that. I suppose so, said Alice. Well, then, the cat went on, you see, a dog growls when it's angry. Because they always saying the mad dog. Cujo. Now, that dog was mad. And wags his tail when it's pleased. Now, I growl when I'm pleased and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I'm mad. I call it purring, not growling, said Alice. Call it what you like, said the cat. Do you play croquet with the queen today? 2-day. And we put tomorrow, today, and we bring both words together, and it's a hyphen between them. So from now on, when I write today and tomorrow, I will be putting a hyphen between it. I should like it very much, said Alice, but I haven't been invited yet. And here is the cat. You'll see me there, said the cat, and vanished. Alice was not much surprised at this. She was getting so used to queer things happening. While she was looking at the place where it had been, it suddenly appeared again. Oh, my lights are back. Is they over here? Oh, y'all don't see them over here, but I see them over in my phone. Yeah, what you seeing over there in my last video? They was in the tablet. Is it because of how I had? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's a little. Oh, I guess it is. Depends on how I had it. I said just a little. Just a little. Let me stop putting shit fall. Okay, they're cool. Excuse me, what? What was I getting? While she was looking at the place where it had been, it suddenly appeared again. By the by, what became of the baby? By the by, B-Y hyphen the hyphen B-Y-E. By the by, what became of the baby? Said the cat. I had nearly forgotten to ask. It turned into a pig. Alice quietly said, just as if it had come back in its natural way. I thought it would, said the cat, and vanished again. Alice waited a little, half expecting to see it again, but it did not appear. And after a minute or two, she walked on in the direction in which the March hare was said to live. I've seen hatters before, she said to herself. The March hare will be much the more interesting, and perhaps this is May. It won't be raving mad. At least not so mad as it was in March. As she said this, she looked up and there was the cat again, sitting on a branch of a tree. "Did you say pig or fig?" said the cat. "I said pig," replied Alice, "and I wish you wouldn't keep appearing and vanishing so suddenly. You make one quite giddy." "All right," said the cat, and this time it vanished quite slowly, beginning with the end of the tail and ending with the grin, which remained some time after the rest of it had gone. "Well, I often seen a cat without a grin," thought Alice, "but a grin without a cat is the most curious thing I ever saw in my life." She had not gone much further before she came in sight of the house of the March Hare. She thought it must be the right house because the chimneys were shaped like ears and the roof was thatched with fur. It was so large a house that she did not like to go nearer till she had nibbled some more of the left-hand bit of mushroom and raised herself about 2 feet high. Even then she walked up towards it rather timidly, saying to herself, "Suppose it should be raving mad after all. I almost wish I'd gone to see the Hatter instead." And the final picture of the cats, which brings us into our chapter. Yes, we're only 30 minutes in, which is good for me. I hope that's good for you. We ain't gonna go too long today, but we're gonna read a poem. We read a poem at the end of each chapter. And the next chapter would be chapter 7, A Mad Tea Party. And I'm sure y'all all remember that from the movie. And that's also the picture that's in the cover of the picture. I mean, the inside of the front part of the book is the tea party. In this style 10-6. So that's where we should pick up on. I read on Wednesdays. So I'm just going to say Wednesday. If I choose to come forward, before Wednesday, then so it shall be. But right now, we're going to say Wednesday. We're going to come forward next Diaz of Mercury. So let's get the fun and get a poem for you. We are reading from our blog, but we could read from our notebook. Excuse me, Ma. I have a call I need to take. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Shit. Just to see what was up. I'm recording right now. Oh, you got the most important part out the way. So you got the other part out the way. So she got most of the other part out the way. So she could. And it's gonna happen. Look, calm down. Forgive people for being stupid because that's what I have done at my job. So I just say good day, good luck to everybody, and keep it moving. Because my vibration, my energy say cool. Because you have a panic attack. You say you are breathing. You. It's too much more on your mind. You got to free your mind. You gotta let that shit go. Let it go. This is not on you. This ain't got nothing to do with your body. Your flesh and blood body. This is paperwork. This on your name on paper. And we're gonna take that shit get taken care of later. You know your money. God damn, we got that all the time. Oh yeah, you know that your money coming. So you deal with that in person. You are. And that's on the way. Everything comes tied up. All that shit gonna be done with in this month. You're gonna call it everything. Everything be taken care of. Like that check came out, I said, I said, you put this in the drawer. Probably pull up, I might need it or something. Because I said, I won't pay this cash. I said, I ain't gonna pay no. What? You put it up? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's say I got something. I got something for they help you get this and shit. That's how I got this fucking money. Shit does come. That's the universe. Really? Yeah, that's the universe. And I just got through reading about Chester the cat. Because I'm reading right now. I'm recording. I don't excuse me getting in here. Okay. Alright.
Your second son said, hey.
Oh, tell him say what's up.
He said, what's up?
Alright, I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright. Excuse me, pardon me, please. That was my child, my eldest. You know, you have to talk to your children and help them get focused and get their mind right, because all the things that's going on in the world, it gets all us routed up. But I just decided to, like, you know what? Wherever a person at in they little travels and they thing, we have to forgive them. I told them, forgive them. Forgive people for being stupid. Forgive people for being mad. Forgive people for being crazy. Just forgive them. Because, like she said, like it says, they know, forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. Just let it be. Why should I let you bring my energy or make me feel some type of way because of how your day going? All I say is good day, beloved. Good day, beloved. And I'm keeping it moving. This is my new thing, my mantra. Oh, and I'm sorry. As I open up the show, I meant to say harmony and bliss upon you all. Good day, beloved. All right, that's fine. I open up to a prayer. So this is what we're going to read. But let me take this off because we don't say this word at the end of, because now we know. Because we didn't know when we wrote this in October 12th, 2011. Dedicated to the McMillan family. Oh, this a person, a co-worker had lost, I don't know if it was her father. I think it was her father. Someone had passed in her family. Someone had transitioned. And so I just sat down at the desk, like I think I was getting ready to go on lunch, and wrote a poem for him and read it to her, just to make him feel better. This is just who the fuck I am. I'm just that. I'm the, you know, when you empathetic, when you live in compassion, and then learn not to let people take advantage of that shit. That's just what it is. See, this is why I turned it down, because now I'm getting hot. I almost want to snatch my shirt off, because I don't sit in clothes. I can't sit in clothes, so because I'm like, y'all taking this shit off. Yeah. All right. Let us bow our heads as the time approaches. I love the one near her final dance. Okay, it was her mother. In this time, we must remember to celebrate her life and journey, not the way of her exit from this world. As you try to comfort one another, speak of her in the way she would love. She is going back to which all of us come forth. What's that? Come forth. Worth. All of us come forth worth. A place of love, joy, and beauty. Don't forget this body is temporary, a vessel for this time. The soul is an entity. The soul is an entity of forevermore. The soul is an entity of forevermore. This isn't the end. This is the beginning to a new journey. Love is all around you. So please allow it to come in. Peace be with you, you all. Peace be with you all. Your mother, daughter, aunt, sister, and friend will be an angel once more. So in your pain, here is greatly to release both. Let her know to go home in peace. So in your pain, hers is greater to release both. Let her know to go home in peace. It is all right, and you all will be all right. Love is a essence of emotions to be expressed. The greatest gift you can give her now is to whisper in her ear, "It's all right. We'll see you later. Be at peace, friend." But it's harmony, because we don't use peace, because peace is pieces. So we say harmony now. Be at harmony, friend. Balance and vibrations. Thank you for your love. Farewell. You are not saying goodbye. Just say farewell, my love, until we meet up again. Farewell. Hope this will bring peace into your existence. The mind is powerful. The heart is strong. Everything else is emotion. Let go and let love be your guide. Ashe. That's a prayer I wrote for a coworker, October 12th, 2011, for her mother. Let me read a poem. Ooh, we had a long one. Because we got time. Because, we try to limit it to an hour. We try to limit it to them 60 minutes because, everybody got things to do in these moments to moments. All this shit that's going on in our realm. America the Beastful. This is fitting. I wrote this in October 2011. America the Beastful. How dare they take from my womb straight to the tomb before my warriors can become? He is beat beneath my feet. Why must we continue to bury sons quicker than we can make them? They break them. Yes, the time has come. Change is here. Consciousness is rising like Kundalini. God damn, I was aware of shit way back then. God damn it. It's been a long time. I don't read my stuff. I write it, and then I let it be. Write something. Write how you feel down. That's what journaling for. You write how you feel down, and then you go back later and you read it, and you realize, like, damn, was that me? Nah. It's your higher self, your twin flame. Your twin flame is your higher self. Not another being here. Become a whole person before you try to relate to anyone. Relate to yourself first. Consciousness is rising like Kundalini. Yes, my chakra has lined up and my third eye popped open. Now we can see the future. In this vision, what they hidden is revealed, but it's not revealed. It's unveiled, because is the place back. It's revealed, unveiled. Yeah, we updating while we speak, goddammit. Because as you learn, as you know, you know. Update. What's today? The 10th. The 10th of April. K25. Yeah, we call it K25. Some people say 1,025. We just write the 10 on top. Because we know it ain't 2025. We know them bitches that is 1,000 years. Anyways. Oh, yes. A new dawn is upon us. Let's go back some. Yes, my chakra has lined up and my third eye popped open. Now we can see the future in this vision. What they hidden is revealed, unveiled. Oh, yes. A new dawn is upon us. All power to the people. The time has come to free them all. We be that cub born in them 70s to that mean black cat. Yeah, that. Yes. See, that be me. My last name might be Irish, but my roots started where my feet stand, and all surroundings I am. Deep as the tree roots that some ancestors' last words were whispered to. as their souls rose from their extended arms in the midst of the fight nights. My last name might be Irish, but my roots started where my feet stand. In all surroundings I am, deep as the tree roots that some ancestors' last words were whispered to as their souls rose from their extended arms in the midst of the fright nights. That was like as part for the white linen wears. My ferociousness is deeper than those trees. Fury transformed from a time forgotten in the actions of the present. Soul memory shall never forget. Sweat and tears run through my veins. I remember, I do. Didn't understand this pain. The beast gave it to them, and the transcended without words. Strange fruit grew from the seeds left behind on them leaves. Petrified with heat, the last beat remained like a note waiting to be played in another instrument. The stench remains only carried away by Mother's Nature's breath, distinctive in its aromatic nature. Whose warrior lay missing this night? Collectively, we know what we mean. May the curse of the beast finally be broken. I pledge to thee, not to her flying banner, to see, do just, and not just do. Let's reread that. Purified with heat, the last beat remained like a note waiting to be played in another instrument. The stench remains only carried away by my Mother Nature's breath, distinctive in its aromatic nature. Whose warrior lay missing this night? Collectively, we know what we meant. May the curse of the beast finally be broken. I pledge to thee, not to her flying banner, to seek do just, not just do. We love you, past, present, and future, life of my soul. Thank you for awakening me to her mean game. That's really a war undeclared on us. It's time. Out of chaos comes needed order. Are we ready? So shall you be. It's time to get free in mind and body. The soul has always been. You just don't remember. That's the first thing the beast possessed of your will. No more. America the beastful. We are here to tame you, ugly as hell. No beauty ever became. We the beauty here. The cage you made for us shall be your new home. Sorry, this time has come to put you down, old girl. Night, night, you must go. Now my ancestors are ready to greet you. Don't want to see you later, and they shall see you soon. Ashe, because I said amen again. Now go to your tomb. Ashe means power for those who don't know what it means. It means power, or what you speak, you create. Those two different definitions that people use, we're going to say both. Power and what you speak, you create, goddammit. Shit, damn, 2011? America the Beastful? Y'all like that? Did y'all enjoy that? Huh? Sorry for the little interlude with the phone call. Appreciate it. I hope you ain't too crazy about it. You know what? For that, I'm going to give you another poem. Okay, we're going to read Who I Am. We wrote in 2010. Ain't no date on it. Oh, this is a nice one too. Oh yeah, this is my notebook of poetry. I put all my notebook. I put all this in here. Miss Butterfly, in effect. It's the pen name for her. These writings, Miss Butterfly, BUTTAPHYN AFX. So you go to the page, description in the box, A Swanigan, ASWAINGAN.wordpress.com. Because it's Alice Lefei Swanigan. Swanigan is Irish. Swanigan. Who am I? Who I am. I am beauty. I am wonder. I'm OC, which means firstborn in Swahili. I ain't put that in there, but I need to put that in parentheses. It means firstborn. That's why he. I'm thunder, rain, snow, and showers. I am waterfall, blossoms, and flowers. Descendant of the creator of all things, matter and dark. Make the sky blue, and the colors move, and the clouds move. The ocean vast and deep. Do you know what I am? Goddess, you can see. Don't deny my ancestry. Try to lie and bury it, cover up and destroy it, but you can never undo what I have put into wonder. Ever you, even you. You deny me, please. My powers are evident. I knew what you would do before you knew. And it was stated, it was written. And nothing is new under my sun. Now, my children, it's your time to run the show. So let's go. Wake up. Time is over for the previous controller. New world order, not on my seasonal clock. New world of the age. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, all the time that truly exists. Now go to hell. You have been dismissed. Your God is waiting on you. You thought we didn't know, but yes, we knew. Which you force last has come first again. Karma awaits you, and you know she's a bitch. She is in heat for you and all those who believed you. So those who attach the messenger, you have karma do. It's my law, cause and effect. So what you expect me to do? That lie that all you sins? No, sorry, just not true. We reject. But do you remember you reap what you sow? Love and peace shall set you free. Hate and fear was the game they played and played you. Next time, listen to your heart soul, not that damn ego. Oh yeah, I'm a beast, goddammit. I think I need to read that again. I feel like y'all wanna. We need to read that again. Who I am beauty. I am wonder. I'm Mosi. It means firstborn in Swahili. I'm thunder, rain, snow, and showers. I am waterfalls, blossoms, and flowers. Descendant of the creator of all things, matter and dark. Make the sky blue and the clouds move. The ocean vast and deep. Do you know what I am? Goddess, you can see. Don't deny my ancestry. Try to lie and to bury it. Cover up and destroy it, but you can never undo what I have put into wonder, even you. You deny me, please. My powers are evident. I knew what you would do before you knew, and it was stated, it was written, and nothing is new under my sun. Now, my children, it's your time to run the show, so let's go. Wake up, time is over for the previous controller. New world order, not on my seasonal clock. New world of the age. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. I should have said spring, summer, winter, fall. All the time that they truly exist. Now go to hell. You have been dismissed. Your God is waiting on you. You thought we didn't know, but yes, we knew. Which you forced last has come first again. Karma awaits you. And you know she's a bitch. She's in heat for you and all those who believed in you. So those who attack the messenger, you have karma do. It's my law, cause and effect. So what you expect me to do? That lie that all your sins? No, sorry, just not true. We reject, but you remember, you reap what you sow. Love and peace shall set you free. Hate and fear was the game they played and played you. Next time, listen to your heart soul, not that damn ego. Yeah, I can't wait to. I'm publishing that. I'm gonna have to type all this. It's gonna take me some time. Yeah, we're gonna get back and make a video about that sponsorship. We could speak on that now. I came up with this program called Pay It Forward. Pay It Forward is a sponsorship program for us creatives, people who creative and need that time to sit and just think and create and not worry about these expenses that we paying, like rent, light, and gas, all this shit we pay that we have no business paying because we create the fucking lights with our fucking body. And it's our land. And your bill don't cost as much as you said, and all this extra you gotta spend too. That part. Anyway, I tweaked it. So the program is for you to get 3, 6, or 9 months, sponsored by someone, I be the first. So hey, if you see it and you're digging, sponsor the show. We're not doing affiliate marketing. We sponsor the show because everything we get, we paying it forward to the people, to those my trap stars. Sponsor the show. Sponsor. I need 9 months. I already know how much I need. I need 9 months because I just read a book. It's the book, the show, the trap, the sign. I got stuff to do. 9 months. I already know what 3 bills. You get 3 bills. I ain't gonna say 3 bills. You get the max. We say the max is $3,000 a month. We're gonna open it up to that. We're gonna say $3,000. $3,000 a month to take care of your expenses for 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months. This is a 13-month program. Now, which one you pick, after, like for instance, 9 months. So the 10th month, going to the 10th month, I get back to getting back into taking care of my own shit again, moving back into how it was, get back settled for 3 months. The 13th month, I find someone. We should have a list. It will work out the kinks of who needs to pay. I'm going to pay it forward. So after the 13th month, I pay it forward. And since I did 9 months, I have to do 9 months. So whatever month you do, that's how long you pay it forward. So if you do a 3 month, you get sponsored for 3 months. You pay it forward for 3 months, unless you want to do longer. It depends on what that person got going on and how we work that out. But this the concept. So anybody want to give a comment, idea, want to tweak it, is all welcome. Because this is about us growing and coming up with new things to be collective, helping one another. Because this is a collective. That's part of my collective book society. Because this is the kickoff. This is the premiere we doing on YouTube. I told you I got a whole nother page for it. The Divine Mind Collective Book Society. We don't do clubs. What's a club? That's what the man had. We got societies. We're making a society of intellectuals, like-minded people who are at the level of on my frequency. If you're on this frequency, then you feel me. And those who want to participate, businesses, sponsorship. That's how you're gonna participate in this. We're gonna ask and all this shit because we're gonna be on Teachable. So you want to help out? Pay it for sponsorship. There it is. Well, let me give y'all some of that little softer. Because all I wrote about is stuff like that and love. Okay, life. We wrote this April 17th, 2012. This closer to the date. Okay. 2012. What was I at in 2012? Where I'm at now. For the first time, came down before I went back up. Life. Everyone is born from a woman. When you take that first breath, your life begins. But actually, we ain't finna argue back and forth when we talking in the realm. When you breathe in the damn air, your life begins here. Because you always existed. Your energy, you always been. There's no such thing as time. It's a construct for us to keep up with our daily measures as we move moment to moment in what we're doing. At a certain stage in this new reality of your dream, you become aware of yourself and the choices you make. No, that's not that what that's saying. What that is. What is that I make other than your life? Excuse me. Yourself and the choices you make. Then, that's the T. That is the T. It looked like an O. Because I write cursive. All my stuff being in cursive. That should show me my handwriting. I write in cursive. Everything I do is in cursive. I very seldom print. So I be writing them curses, y'all. Then your life starts on your terms. We are controlled to a certain degree. Then all control is ours, no matter outside views or influences, because the final choice is still yours. If you don't understand the phrase, life is what you make it, then now you may have a clear concept. Only you can dictate where and how your river will flow. Don't allow anyone to dry it up. Now, this is not a poem. This is just a statement. I'm just writing. I didn't write this in a poetic form because my poems are written like this, like the one I just read. My poems are written like this. I write them like a poem. This is not written like a poem. This is just a statement. See? Paragraphs. These are statements. I had quotes, I got statements. Like I say, I'm a poetic spoken word artist, a dancer. I am that I am. I'm energy. I'm multi-talented, multi-dimensional. I have many traits, many things I could tap into when I want. And then I've been down in this realm almost 5 decades. So that part. Next month, 5 decades here. My anniversary. You're going to get one birth. You may have a clear concept. Only you can dictate where and how your river will flow. Don't allow anyone to dry it up. Be free to be beautiful instead of following others' interpretation of it. Spiritual beings, we all are, having a humane experience, and love equals evolve is our main conquest. We define who we are individually. Individually, we're not going to use that word either because we know individual is a corporate word. If you call yourself an individual, that means you are an employee of the U.S. Corp. And we're going to leave it at that. I am. We define who we are. We're going to say instead of individual, ourselves. We define who we are. Yeah, we're going to just say ourselves. Ourselves. I am. We cannot be defined by our flesh and blood because we all have it. The way we think. I am. We cannot be defined by our flesh and blood because we all have it. The way we think, receive information, communicate is different amongst everyone. Think is powerful. Power to think and know, not just believe. And I put B-lie-Eve because the story of Eve is a fucking be a lie. It's something. That doesn't make good sense when you could contemplate over it. Because we don't say common sense because common sense ain't common. If good sense was common, more individuals would have acquired it. Imagine peace. Imagine harmony. Imagine harmony and you should have it. Imagine love and you should have it. Imagine love is love and we are love. A flower trying to bloom into its beauty. We don't say try. In this room is do or do not. Ain't no trying. A flower blooming into its beauty. See, this is my growth. I wrote this in 2012, and my growth, I have to edit and put my growth. Right? A flower blooming into its beauty. And I put a little smiley face. ... This is life, love, and transformation. Love heals all wounds. April 22nd, 2012. Oh, we had an hour, so this is going to be the last one. When you're feeling blue, love you. When everyday's ups and downs make you frown, love you. When you miss what you once had, love you. When tomorrow seems like yesterday, love you. When you can't do it anymore, love you. When you think it won't get better, love you. When you finish reading, look in the mirror and say, I love you. So when you get off of this, when you watch this and you finish this, because we about to close up, until we come forward Friday. Yeah, I think we're gonna come forward Friday. So we're supposed to be. Well, we say we was going to stream the Wiz. We got the Wiz. So we're gonna stream the Wiz on Twitch. We're gonna stream on Twitch. Got supposed to be doing more on Twitch. So Twitch. We're gonna stream the Twitch on Wednesday. I'm sorry, when we come forward Friday. So when this in, get off. Before you do anything, you go stand your ass in the mirror or look in your black mirror in your goddamn phone. So that's a mirror too. The black mirror. Y'all watch that on there? They got a part 3. They advertising like the shit real. The little tap thing on your head and your eyes go white. That's the preview of the movie. They just ain't put it out there. That's an ingenious way to put it out there though. People like, is this AI? Oh, when you see creatures on AI, let me get this thought out. When you see creatures on AI, on TikTok and all that, you're like, ooh, that's AI. Think about this. How AI know that? Artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Just a channel for something that's not in the body to communicate. That's the way I look at it. But how do they get that information? How do they know to make that creature with those people in that era? Because we all should know by now there was experiments and things were created that's here. And Frankenstein had fuck ups. Remove the space. I don't know what that means. And when you being Frankenstein fucked up with some of his creations. Oh, because you do know the man, the doctor is Dr. Frankenstein. Not the creation. The creation, when he killed his ass, he took his name. Okay. So, on that note, yeah, we're going to make that last. I feel like reading again. I'm reading so long. Ooh, let me read this. I wrote this January 1st, 2013, which is, my son was 2. My youngest, my young star. Desires. Damn. Can't rest. Want to wrap my legs around your waist. Allowing you to explore my soul. Giving way to the waterfall of passion built up by the dam. Giving way to the waterfall of passion built up by the dam. Fear of intimacy with soul. Lacking spirits. Fear of intimacy with soul lacking spirits. Torment of not being able to caress, to flee inside your soul. Warm embraces, unfound on this plane. Take me higher, so into my wonderland of love. I desire to be touched. My senses are open and aware. Once we're put to sleep, now open fully, like a flower in spring, blooming for intimate encounters with beautiful butterflies. We're going to put beautiful. We put beauty, the word, and then full. Butterflies. Singing lullabies to my heart. I adore your spirit. Desire to love unconditionally. My passion is immensely devoted to the one who has the key to unlock the flood, which will ensure once my desires have been found and released to roam again. I'm blessed to meet spirituality like my own, deep and connected to universes beyond this realm. Let's soar together, dive into my desires. The fire shall come and the waterfall shall claim its flame. Then we shall return to which we first began as one. You see my undertones? Yeah, that's how we get down. Okay, well, that's the end of the Rabbit Hole Radio Show for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself in the adventures of Alice in Under the Ground, but as it was named by Macmillan. That was named by Macmillan Publications, Alice in Wonderland, and Through the Looking Glass. And then we also got another stories because we got both versions of the book, and one bigger than the other, but the other stories. So until we come forward again, don't forget, as I say, be kind to each other and be kind, especially to yourself. We're going to sign off on here for good night. And we'll see y'all later as we come forward Friday. Good night. Once again, we took a goddamn picture instead of stopping it.